Holy shit, guys. What the fuck? Right as soon as I got off of live, turns out somebody shot at Charlie Kirk during a debate. Really fuck it, just so we get this out of the way. If you're a man of faith, pray for Charlie Kirk, all right? We don't support political violence. No other updates than he was hitting the neck and the person got caught. If this is the person right here, I'm being super selective with what I'm able to show because TOS and stuff. I'm shaking up. This is not good. Dude, I don't know. We're going to see some crazy shit happening because of this. This is going to be almost might be as bad as the same way I felt with the Thomas Crooks situation. But like the first assassination attempts. But the problem is that we didn't have like an unstable person as the president at that point. Like I see a world where like we see like martial law declared because of this bullshit. Because some fucking retard thought it was a good idea to shoot somebody. Oh, wait, hold on.
Great.
Holy shit!
Not counting gang violence.
He's dead. I just saw the video. Holy fuck. Holy fuck.
There's a closer video right here.
Yeah, that's what I just saw.
Yeah, he's not alive anymore.
Holy fuck, man.
Oh my god. That's really bad.
That's like oh my god. Like I'm getting ready to tear up. Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, so been pretty crazy lately. I haven't really got the opportunity to stream after all of the crazy bullshit because my internet has been really, really bad, and it seems like we got a semi-permanent fix to it, so it looks like we're gonna be okay. But yeah, I'm gonna be going on Hex's Live, and we're gonna be talking about the Charlie Kirk stuff. Obviously, that's what everybody's talking about. But I do want to say a couple things before we do that. The first thing is that if you condone political violence, if you think this is the way forward, I heavily encourage you to go somewhere else. You are not welcome here. You are not welcome in any sort of political movement I aim to curate. And political violence is obviously not the way. Yesterday, I literally watched a video of Charlie Kirk's life leave his body. And if you don't feel empathy when you look at something like that, I think you've just truly lost your humanity, and you just kind of need to go outside and lay in the grass for a little bit. I think the fact that so many people on the left are justifying this, and keep in mind, when I say so many people on the left, I don't mean liberals, except for Destiny, but even Destiny, I mean, like, is not going as unhinged as he was against that one firefighter dude. When I say people on the left, I mean leftists, or like people who are on the far left. The fact that I've seen so many people justify that, and I've talked to so many people justifying it because Charlie Kirk was a piece of shit. Being a piece of shit doesn't mean that you get your jugular shot out. I mean, that's just not the world that we can live in, that we can continue to function in. We live in a liberal democracy, and in order for liberal democracies to continue to succeed, we need to make sure that people are not fearful to go outside and express their political opinions. This is like a super fundamental thing. We should not be afraid to go out and give unpopular opinions. We should not be watching people who are just expressing their political voice get their jugular blown out in front of their family. It's disgusting. It has no place in American culture. Has no place in any sort of discourse. If you're justifying it, you're actually insane. You have no allyship with me. And I do want to add on to that as well, that 90% of the time, if Republicans are also coming out against it, they're probably concern trolling. They probably don't actually really care that much. Republicans are I'm sure genuinely very shocked and very saddened to see Charlie Kirk go. They don't give a fuck about political violence either. They want to continue to up the rhetoric. They want to continue increasing the temperature. There was no outrage for CCOT. There was no outrage for January 6th. There was no outrage for the Minnesota lawmakers, at least not to the same degree. The fact that we're painting a picture like the left, it just continues to perpetuate political violence and that they're the only person doing it and that it's in isolation is bad faith. Anybody who's saying that is actually just trying to stoke political rhetoric. We all just need to calm the fuck down. We need to be able to talk to each other without shooting each other. Okay, that's super, 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 super easy and simple, I think. But also, just keep it in the back of your mind that half of the Republicans that you see calling for war, calling for heightened rhetoric, calling for killing liberals, all right, they would be cheering if this was Gavin Newsom. Just keep that in mind, all right? Keep in mind, really, really think about who actually cares about political violence, who actually cares about inflaming rhetoric, and who is just doing it because they have an R next to their name. If you're going to be against political violence, you should probably be universally against political violence. It's sad that a lot of people aren't. Anybody if you justify what happened to Charlie Kirk, leave, unsubscribe, leave my Discord. Don't I unless you want to come and talk to me about it and then leave, you could do that. But yeah, it's bullshit. It's retarded. Don't do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, Greg, if you want a direction in which a revolution is acceptable in society, there is the second treatise of John Locke. There's an actual excerpt. I don't remember exactly. Then it's one of the last chapters. He talks about extensively in about how when the sovereign puts the sovereign it being like democracy, monarchy, whatever, like it takes away the inherent rights of people, in which they put those people in the state of nature. Like, it's a complicated subject, but if you go back to it and if you want direction in actually like when a revolution is morally justifiable, or whenever it is like necessary, that's a good way to start looking at if
Well,
you're
I mean,
actually
if we were
interested.
talking about restricting the rights of people, like he's already done that multiple
True.
times over in defending that. Like, would you say like
No,
a
no, like
regular?
when I yeah, when I say like put them in the state of nature, it is like the government puts its force in a way that it makes it that the state of nature implies that there's a scenario in which it's all against all. Power is only the power and means are the way that the world is going to be ruled. So if the state puts you in that position in which only power is going to be the only way to survive or have any political influence in the arena, or have any influence in you having rights, that's when that's when it's justifiable.
So
I'm
if
talking about
so, if he
totalitarianism,
sends
like when
the
it
National
comes to the
Guard to
concerns.
if he sends the National Guard to Chicago, that kind of seems like there's nothing we can do but accept that, right? Without some like retaliation of power, right? I mean, he's already done that. He already violated the Posse Comitatus Act in California, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do we like? I keep going back and forth on if I feel like this was justified or not, and like every hour.
Well,
I think obviously,
regardless, this isn't justified because it's not actually achieving anything. Like, this is absolute. Like, if you're looking at it just from like consequentialism, this is like super, super, super impossible to justify.
well, I don't know how much we can say that with like conviction. Like, I mean, Charlie Kirk
For
was
Charlie
extremely.
Kirk?
Yeah, I really don't know because I mean, was it even like Hitler? He had a department of like propaganda. Like, I feel like that was just basically Charlie Kirk's role in the cabinet.
Oh.
Was basically, yeah, he had a huge pull. He worked with the Trump admin directly, things like that. Like, I
He
don't like
did, but you also have to. I mean, you have to think about it too. Like, one, people are fucking pissed off right now. All right, there's a super huge target on a lot of liberal content creators' backs, and just like political people's backs in general right now. We don't want to continue ratcheting up the rhetoric. Donald Trump is absolutely going to use this to invoke way more emergency powers, and he may actually get legal justification to do it because this shit was fucking crazy. We just saw like a ton of people watch this guy's throat get fucking exploded. So like everybody is super unsympathetic to the Democrats right now. Like, there's a billion different bad things that came, and like this dude's family literally just watched him fucking die. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, no, it's all terrible and like obviously like disgusting, right? And I agree, but if we're talking about like if it was justified or not, like I don't like if you want.
Yeah,
to,
I would say all of those factors existing make this like
well,
almost impossible to
unjustified.
justify.
That's no. I mean, from like maybe a political like if we're talking about political power perspective, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But if we're talking about like, could I say it would be like morally justified? I'm putting that like a 55%, like a
Well,
45.
what is your moral framework? Like, how do you determine something is morally justified?
Well, I mean, I would act is like an act of harm, right? I would say him revoking like the civil liberties. I don't really have like I'm not like a utilitarian or I don't have like any like specific worldview yet.
I mean, like, so I mean, like, I am a utilitarian, but I'm like, what's just important is that like we're consequentialists. So like whatever results in the worst consequences is something that you ought not do, or you ought like maximize the best consequences, right? I see no reason that this is like this is not the best scenario. This is one of the worst scenarios I could ever possibly think of. Like everything just got so fucked up because we just exploded this guy's throat. Not we as in Democrats, we as in, you know, as in
United
people.
States. Yeah,
like the
I've
United
been
States,
saying-
yeah.
I mean, like this. I mean, this is what like the Trump admin wants. Like in secrecy, they want this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which absolutely. I'm really divided. You just will have to see the retaliation on what comes back. But the way Trump has already blamed it on the left, which is already fucking crazy.
Sure.
But I in his little like State of the Union or whatever the fuck that little video was he had, he didn't really say anything that was of like concern over like or authoritarian crackdowns.
Not yet.
I mean, I imagine like he's just gonna send like the National Guard to Chicago soon. There's nothing we can really do about it.
Which he was gonna do anyway. But I mean, like, and to be fair, like the predictable outcome was Donald Trump would act way worse than it seems like he's going to right now. But, and he still may. I mean, like, it's possible that they're just cooking up the plan because it moved faster
but
than they
I
thought.
I would say like the worst case scenario. I mean, like. Or we kind of got the best case scenario of who like the perpetrator was. It's a white male, probably. He looks
maybe, yeah. We need more details about it, but
yeah. I mean, right now,
maybe the FBI fucked that up as well, since they've been,
Yeah, they're still looking through r/law for their legal argument.
Yeah.
For their legal argument as to why they can sentence all of those to jail.
Another thing to consider is like we probably just shouldn't be we shouldn't be dehumanizing our opponents, really. Like if we're setting the thing where like it's fine to like kind of revel in the deaths of our political opponents. I think that's a really, really quick way for people to lose all humanity. And I think once we lose all humanity, like I don't know how much further we can go.
Like I know
not as Democrats. I don't think Democrats.
Okay, yeah, but the Republicans already have. That's why I feel absolutely. I will never say I feel bad about what happened to Charlie Kirk, like doing Republican. Like I'm sorry, like I don't even talk about when I do like some of my like debates. I don't even bring up like the humanity of illegal immigration. I usually make like a pragmatic because they don't care. They don't care about breaking up a whole fucking family. That's
sure, and I agree that like whenever Republicans bring this up, it's more or less concern trolling. Like I think they're actually genuinely mortified, but they wouldn't give a fuck if it was Gavin Newsom. I agree with that. But also the problem is that like beyond like the political dichotomy, like we are people. Like if you want to stay in touch with like any sort of humanity or like any sort of like moral satisfaction, I think you kind of have to see this video of this dude's throat exploding and being like, man, fuck, this is
I almost cried seeing that. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
That's terrible.
Right.
Also, I don't really think that there would have been much utility, like just looking Hitler's head of propaganda department. That would have just.
Is it me or is Cringy's connection?
No,
he's cutting out a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of just like it's really dumb, honestly. I mean, like I said, I think it should be a multi-pronged thing. I think people should obviously condemn this, but I think like the temperature clearly needs to come down. I think like it's like I saw Trump, I saw Nancy Mace. I know Stephen Miller had like a super unhinged tweet with like how the left is like everything evil. Like I don't know how Republicans keep getting away with like. This,
I'm sorry, I don't. I don't think.
Yeah, I
agree. This like, I mean, I disagree. Like if you're trying to have like if you're like a public figure, I'm against kind of condemning it. It just feels so. We're not operating in the same game. We're not like I've never like we literally had fucking like Charlie Kirk. I remember I don't know if he deleted the tweets or not, but I remember my mom literally coming to me pulling up saying like, wait, it could be a Democrat that went after all these Democratic lawmakers in Minnesota. He had like a No Kings protest thing.
Sure. The problem is that it's right now we kind of live in a world where we're either both racing to the bottom to see who can out degenerate who, or like we kind of take the Hail Mary approach of like, I hate to say we go low, they go, or we go high, they go low, because it's not necessarily that. But I don't know if we necessarily need to be locked in like this ever expanding race to the bottom to see who can be more degenerate than who, to see who will be the last surviving party of the United States, whatever. There's like three people
politics
left.
right now is about power. We need to do the most effective things that get us the most power.
I agree. I agree. But if we are effectuating political power, the best thing was absolutely not to assassinate Charlie Kirk, and the best thing is not to come out in support of something like that.
Well, I mean, I'm not asking for
Wait,
like.
yeah, I was saying I don't think there's much utility in like, or would be much utility in like assassinating Hitler's propaganda like head. That would just gotten the juice to gas chambers a bit quicker.
Yeah,
probably.
I don't know if
true. They would have used it like a burning of the Reichstag.
I just don't know if it was like it was a morally a bad thing. I can't decide that yet. If it's effective or not, I'm also indecisive. I mean, we're just gonna have to see the crackback, right? Or like whatever they do.
I do Destiny's argument. Destiny need to have like a convincing argument though, because he said, I think he described it like the prisoner's dilemma, where if we just let the Republicans continually not denounce political violence and say the Democrats are doing political violence, that it's the worst outcome for us. But if we also engage in the violence, that would be that's better than us just not doing anything at all.
The Democrats have to play by the same standards as Republicans are playing by. Trump never said he never issued anything for the Democratic lawmakers. You didn't see him say anything about that, right?
No, that's not true. I mean, he did come out against it. He did come out against it.
What did he say?
I don't know have like the particular verbiage of his condemnation, but he did issue a condemnation. I will say that it was still backhanded, because whenever they asked like, "Hey, are you going to call Tim Walz?" he was like, "No, I'd have nothing to say to him." So like, it was still bad. Obviously, it's Donald Trump. He's not good, but I mean, like, there was a condemnation, right?
On like Truth Social.
It was a public thing.
Okay,
I think also I think it should be pushed back, because like condemnation, thoughts and prayer, like that's just the standard. The problem is that the rhetoric is not like we need to come together and chill out. Like there's nothing. Trump doesn't.
Sure, I agree.
Never do that. He'll never do that, and he'll never.
I agree, but we're living in a world where we either both continue to be more degenerate in the rhetoric, or one person at least tries to exist in a world with less rhetoric. It's either we have like a 1% chance of lowering the rhetoric, or a 0% chance of we both just keep out degenerating themselves.
It's never going to be enough. It's never going to be enough for them.
It's never going to be better to just continue to be more degenerate and more inflammatory with the rhetoric either.
Yes, it would be. Like,
no, I don't think it would.
I'm trying to explain it.
That's what Cringy's saying.
Oh, fuck.
It's kind of this
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Cringy, go ahead.
Yeah, try it. Real, do you know what the prisoner's dilemma?
No.
No. Basically, it's a situation where. Okay, basically, it's a situation where, you can there's two prisoners, and either you can each of them are incentivized to rat out to the police. But if both of them don't rat out to the police, then they only get 1 year in jail.
Mm-hmm.
If both of them do rat out to the police, they each get like 3 years in jail.
Mm-hmm.
But if one does rat out to the police, and the other doesn't, then the one who did rat out gets 0 years in jail, and the other gets 5. I think what Destiny said was that in this situation, the Democrats get 5 years in jail because we're going to say loyal, but the Republicans get 0.
I reject that. I don't think we need to live in a world where the Republicans get 0 and the Democrats get 5.
We both get 3.
Well, Rinyal,
so
I reject that.
What is jail in this context?
So Rinyal, what's the punish? So like when Donald Trump does like bad shit or crack lawmakers stop.
The punishment is that all of the fucking.
What's the punishment?
The punishment is his popularity. I'm sorry, your internet's crashing in and out. I'm not trying to interrupt. The punishment is that their popularity goes in the fucking toilet and they lose the next election. That's the punishment.
Let's go into theory. So like if people, clearly the right has a politically effective message in what they go by. Let's say
kind of. I even kind of reject how good their political messaging is. I think it's overstated.
What do you? I mean, it's clearly whatever they're not scared to completely lie. They're not scared to ever look back upon themselves like that. I would say the lies in the media and them never owning up to their mistakes, not once. They will never like come out and say the whole Social Security thing that Elon Musk said, like the 300-year-old were saying. They will never apologize for that. So clearly, they will just lie. They will say whatever. They will not look back on the like the mess they make up. It seems to be politically effective because I know people still believe that. My parents still believe that.
I don't know if that
But
is
in
politically
what-
effective.
in what
That's the
sense,
problem.
like-
It is though. It is. They believe.
But wait,
like,
just
people are stealing and siphoning off
contextualize.
Social Security, and Elon Musk came in and fixed it. Exposed it.
Just contextualize the fact that like after like 4 years of like like all the COVID stuff, blah blah blah, the economy, all this, a Biden dropping out like randomly, you choose a whole new candidate, and all that, and Trump like didn't win by much at all. He didn't get 50%. He didn't win the popular vote by that much.
Yeah.
He lost. He won by less than Hillary won her own popular vote, which he lost to Trump. Like it was a very small, minor win. Even the big young red vote of like Kirk, like Democrats have young women completely wrapped up. For some reason, Republicans don't care about it.
Yeah, that's the argument I was having with JC, because he was arguing with me over whether or not the Republicans ran a good campaign or whether or not the Democrats ran a bad campaign, or if this election was even winnable for Democrats. I don't think that Donald Trump ran a good campaign in 2024. I think he was just not Joe Biden, and people saw inflation and they were like, fuck, I don't want to vote for Democrats, and they had the nostalgia goggles on for how bad Donald Trump was. I think that's really it, but I mean, we're seeing this reflected in all of the polling. Donald Trump is super fucking unpopular. No one really likes him.
Yeah, I
This is
think
the question, Reno, this is the question I always have, is how did Republicans win on kitchen table issues, right? When they literally, their entire rhetoric is based off not talking about that. Their entire rhetoric is just blaming the left for everything, but somehow they won in the economy.
Wait,
people look at results and people don't look at people don't have it sucks. Our Democratic base is really fucking stupid. So they see like super high inflation and they see that it was under Biden, so they just assume that it was Biden's fault and they wanted to vote in the Republicans.
Yeah, I would mainly agree that's probably the main reason. It was just that it was any other candidate than a Democratic candidate. But if we look at the top 3 reasons on why people voted for Trump, you're gonna see inflation, fucking immigration, and transgender. Those are gonna be the top 3 issues. No one feels the effects of immigration. Unless you live in a sanctuary city, like you're not feeling the effects of immigration. And transgender, how is transgender sports one of the main issues that you always see people say why they vote for Trump?
Well, I think in large part the Democrats kind of messed like the distance that we should have formed.
Well, this is what I'm saying. It's ineffective. That's Tron. I don't know. Well,
lock in.
This is what I'm saying is this is a part of like the Republican messaging. It's so effective. You have like I'm not gonna say half the country, but I would say like 30% of the country voted on transgender sports. Like what?
I don't think it's a question of their effectivity. I think it's more of Democrats' ineffectiveness. I think distancing themselves from the trans thing should have been pretty easy. Not only is it
wouldn't matter.
It's an issue you can win on.
It wouldn't. No, I refuse. I don't believe that. The right wing message is so strong. They believe that Democrats are for open borders. When has a Democratic person?
It's a straw man though. That's
yes,
their fundamental thing.
Yes, they're liars. Yes,
but part of the problem too is that no one really no one really knows. It sucks. Democrats aren't good at communicating messages either. So that's the problem, is that if there's an absence of any sort of coherent political messaging from the Democrats, the Republicans can kind of just make up whatever it is with impunity, because the Democrats aren't meaningfully giving any alternative to what they actually believe. They engage too much in the framing that Republicans offer, but it's not necessarily that if we call them all, if we say that, if we keep ramping up the rhetoric, that's going to fix anything. It's a strategy issue. It's not like a rhetoric issue.
It's not. Well, I mean, they found the life hack. They found the strategy. The strategy is to lie. The problem isn't that lying is just like this cracked strategy that no one can ever beat. The problem is that we don't engage with their lies well. We don't actually correct the record, so we engage in the straw mans that they lay out. How else, like when we look at like the lies about like Social Security, for like the one I just brought up, how do we engage with that? We have like all the political strategists, we have a ton of political strategists on the Democratic side. We don't know how to effectively combat that.
I think the big problem is that Democrats I feel like they just give people too much credit. I think a lot of people just like interacting with politics like it's a sports game, like super superficial, super shallow. So obviously a lot of the messaging of like open borders, transgendered are running over your child in whatever sport or whatever is very effective because people interact on a low level. Yes. Democrats can sit down and counter these things, but no one wants to listen.
But you would have to.
Yeah, it's true. I don't think it's that Democrats didn't counter. I think people just didn't care.
If we start doing those type of things, you would have to be like less virtuous as a Democratic Party. So we're gonna have to go down to their level, right? That's the only way we can get off those.
I disagree.
Okay, I mean, I don't know how else we can how.
I mean, I think
The two examples you just
Greg,
listed
you don't see the possibility that if we stoop down to their level, they'll just use that against us?
That's fine. That's cool. They're going to do that regardless. They're already doing that.
I think the issue is the media control. That problem. So Elon Musk does a story about Social Security, blah blah blah. He lies a million times. Then that dominates the news cycle, and then before that news cycle ends, and we've corrected the record, a new story starts, and a new story starts, and then they control the narrative. So the narrative inside of people's minds is always under control by the Republican media apparatus.
Yeah, I think we could start having talks about being like the better party after the military tribunals. After we after that. I think we can.
Let me finish real quick. So what we need to do is create our own stories. So Joe Biden, in his debate with Trump, he's trying to cite figures, numbers, statistics, and he mumbled and he fumbled his words. Imagine if every time he spoke, he was like, "Did you know Trump is a PDF file?" Every single time.
That's tough.
He would have dominated and controlled the news cycle.
But you realize that's not based off any. That's not based in reality, right? Like we.
Well, I'm saying he could have said something that was real.
Yeah.
Like, how many people don't know that he's a convicted, civilly liable R word, right? Or not R word.
He is an R word too. I mean,
yes, he is. He is that. But yeah, like things like that. I would say like, that is good messaging, right? But I mean, we did do that, did we not? I mean, that was like
No. But I'm saying we should have done it from the top down.
Level.
Okay, yeah, I agree with that.
I just feel like we're giving too much credit to like Trump's like absolutely like dog shit for like framework and rhetoric. Like he lost.
He's great at it.
We're also not crediting enough. We're also not crediting enough how fucking difficult this election would have been to win for the Democrats. Like, I don't know how you get shackled with like all of the stimulus spending that causes all this fucking inflation. The fact that so many candidates around the world lost their elections. I don't know how we square that and say like, oh well, the Democrats, their plan is just like completely fundamentally flawed, and we have to rethink the strategy from the top down.
The problem is that the next election is my problem. That the next election is going to be. I don't know what Trump is going to do to rig it.
He's not going to survive to a third term.
Probably, but whoever he instills with power is going just to be like a subsidiary of a Trump loyalist that want to enact the same things he does.
But
probably with better effectiveness, right?
Let's just look at the Trump record. Like Trump lost the popular vote in 2016. He got blown out, even though he had a whole term to look at his achievements. He got blown out in 2020. After the complete mess, like if Biden was 5 years younger, he would have beat Trump. Just to be clear, right?
I disagree.
He got Kamala come in, and even then, Kamala was leading in some polls up to the election, right?
Okay,
I believe.
I don't disagree with you that Trump is unpopular, but the problem is I'm looking forward to next election. Do you believe that Trump will try to rig the next election? Or
Trump is a very another thing with Trump.
I think he'll try. I don't think he'll succeed.
Yes,
okay,
true.
But wait, so if he gets like the Senate and if he gets like Congress on his side, right? How would he not succeed? I don't understand.
I think he's going to deport all the electors.
No,
because I just don't see him. I can't see that. Like if that happens again, right after 2020, the American voter base is just going to completely turn on him. I understand it. He has a cult following, but
we thought that would happen. We thought that would happen the first time too. To be fair,
I guess so. But
but Trump's popularity.
No one cares.
I know this country's so fucked, dude.
But no. That's rewriting though. That's rewriting though. People did care. That's the thing is that people super cared right after it happened. We just didn't remind people.
Super low. Yeah,
but that's not good. That's not a good way to care because it just doesn't help anything. Because so then 2 months they forget.
I have a political science
If you care after it happens, then it's just like it's just gonna happen again without you realizing. And when it's
back,
okay, but it's like okay, if Trump tried the scheme in J6, right, and he tried to let's say there was a presidential election a year after, he would have lost undoubtedly. That thing tanked his support. He did not have a lot of support after that. It was not a good Why do you think if he tried it again, he would get the political mandate to somehow get it through without people massively having an issue with it? When the last time he tried and he failed, people hated him for it, right?
I think the Supreme Court will back him up. If all the electors are deported and somebody sues, the Supreme Court will.
The Supreme Court's not back. I
don't think that's been demonstrated by the.
What they might do is just prolongate the case until it doesn't matter anymore. They might say send it back to the appeal, whatever However, they can
And
do
then
it.
it's like 3
Well, I mean,
years
look
into
at.
the next
I mean, if we
presidency.
look at the precedents though, like the person challenging usually gets fucked. I mean, we have Bush v. Gore right there. He's probably not gonna have a successful challenge like that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
but
think
Bush
the
v.
Supreme
Gore
Court
was. Well, oh, real quick, I think there's an empirical point we're missing. Trump got similar votes in 2020 as he did to 2024, if I remember right. If maybe like a little bit more, but not much.
Sure.
The reason Joe Biden lost was because he lost a huge percentage of his voters, and that's because Joe Biden wasn't on people's minds.
Well,
or why Kamala lost.
So
I don't agree with that.
Controlling the narrative.
I think it's super easy to know why the Democrats lost. It's because nobody can win with inflation like that. It's just it's almost impossible.
I agree. It could have been impossible, but I'm saying Trump is brilliant and he kept his base.
No.
The people who voted for him in 2020 came to 2024.
The only base than him. That's more than he can.
Or
do
he may have just accumulated a lot more different people because again, everyone was just fucking ass mad about inflation and the economy. Right?
Yes.
I don't think he necessarily kept his base.
The thing that won the election was that people who didn't watch the news the entire cycle showed up and voted for Trump.
Yeah,
that's true.
I know it's kind of hard to like fake the actual the things of it, or the effect of inflation, right? But right now we just fired the BLS leader, right? And everyone right now thinks the economy is doing great that voted for Trump, right? So I mean, clearly there's
I don't believe that's true. I don't think that's true.
I'm
pretty sure the approval rating for the economy is super low right now, isn't it?
It is low. He dipped below 50 months ago.
Is it?
It's not great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's super low right now.
That was his best top. That used to be one of the strongest things.
Yeah, tariffs fucked him on that. I mean,
okay, maybe I'm just mistaken. I'm sorry. I thought it was a lot higher because.
Okay, I'm back.
From what I've seen, like people have been like, oh, the economy's doing great. Like, what's your view on Trump? You're like, oh, the economy's. God damn. You're like, the economy's doing great. Like, I don't know how anyone who is actually
okay, so so when you're referencing like talking to a bunch of people, are you talking about like people you talk to on TikTok or people you talk to on X or like people you talk to within your personal life?
Like personal life, TikTok, like I
would strongly advise to keep a very, very strong wall between the political interactions you have online and the political interactions you have offline. Because nobody who's not fucking unhinged or like super autistically locked into politics is ever going to post a political idea online to a non-private platform. Like you're super selection biasing, like brain fucking yourself when you read through when you go through TikTok or when you go through X.
All of the conservatives I know right now are completely happy with this administration. Like the main people I talk to in my real life about politics is just my parents, and they are like really conservative. My mom. She has Fox News going to sleep like on her fucking phone.
I don't know. My parents are pretty conservative and they're not so happy. Like,
okay, yeah. So it's probably just a crazy selection bias.
Yeah, like nationwide, that seems to be the case too. Like it seems like this administration is not popular. But again,
this is the problem. Ringo, this is the problem. They would still never vote for a Democrat. Like, there's no.
That's true. That's true. But again, like, well, no, I don't know. I don't know if that's fully true because I mean, I think there's absolutely subsects that would.
I don't know how widespread this is for my parents specifically. Like,
oh yeah, your parents specifically. I mean, sure, maybe, but
I just don't understand it. Like, there's some people like that though. That's always gonna be a thing.
There are a lot of people that just.
Contribution to that as well.
I think there are a lot of people that just look at the general vibe around the country and they think like, oh, that's either really bad or that's really good. The vibe around the country in 2020 was abysmal. So that's probably why Trump lost. The vibe around the country was abysmal in 2024, so that's probably why it got shifted off again. Back to Trump, and I think it's probably going to be abysmal by the end of Trump's term, and they're probably going to shift, not your parents, but like the general population is probably going to shift back to the Democrats because
that's why we need more like media. Like, we need more people in media because those are the people
I agree with that. I agree with that, but you're never going to build a successful media apparatus if all of the fucking people on the left come out and say, maybe there is net utility for shooting and killing this other political rival. Like that's a way to completely instantly tank your entire political career.
Being more unhinged seems to be a way to like people love that. People think like
not unhinged like that. Not unhinged like that.
We're not like that, obviously, right? But like us like yelling at like a senator or us being like
yeah, you should yell. Fucking yeah, yell. That's
sure.
fine.
10%
Yeah, that's fine.
Just You could be unhinged, just like say.
No, no,
okay,
no.
that's
You can't
bad.
be
There's a level-
unhinged.
there's
You
a
could be
level-
you could be
Trump
passionate. You
is
could be
unhinged.
angry. You could be angry. You could be passionate.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be unhinged. Don't say anything like that will tank your career that you don't actually believe.
Well, I mean, I'm not advising using like a tactful like N-word on like Ben Carson or anything like that. But like,
Sure.
No,
But I mean, like,
obvious-
but is it that far off? Because like, kind of right now we're talking about like tactical bullets. So this is pretty crazy.
well, yeah, I'm just saying for like public perception, I would say that's a little bit too far. Would be based though. Epic.
No, I don't think it would be based. That's the problem.
Yes,
it would
yes,
not be
it would.
based.
Yes.
I mean, we
Yes,
can
I
see
think-
right now, like Destiny's fucking Destiny's whole political career is in the shitter right now. Everybody fucking hates him. I would be shocked if he doesn't cancel all of his in-person things because of assassination attempts. I would genuinely be.
Wait, what did
shocked
he
if
said
that doesn't
about what did
happen.
he said about the Charlie Kirk thing?
The same thing he said about everything else is that he shouldn't come out and condemn it to Republicans.
People still. I don't. Okay. I mean, I feel like at some point people are gonna be like, oh, this is getting old. But I mean, like, who's caring right now? I have not seen anyone on the internet. Like, I didn't even know what he's been saying. Does anyone really care? Like, or is it just the same people that like it?
I mean, well, again, we're super subject to the selection bias, but the Destiny's audience is like predominantly online. Everybody fucking hates him, which it doesn't help that it's in turn with like a different controversy, which is a little crazy too. But
what is going on?
well, I feel like when he
Ron
said the
doesn't
thing
know
about,
how
like,
to
the
mute his
firefighter-
microphone. That's what's happening.
When he said the thing about the
I mean-
firefighter, everyone like that was a huge story, right? And then
Yeah.
I think like the Texas thing was also pretty big. I haven't heard anything about Charlie Kirk. But...
I
No,
mean,
just being a moderate liberal is just not trendy. It's just like
Can I suggest a middle ground?
Maybe.
So, I think we should meme. I think we should make fun of it. I don't
I
think we
agree.
should call for violence whatsoever or endorse it, and I think we should denounce it. But I think we should meme.
Yes.
I saw a meme that was like, "We know Charlie wasn't a PDF file because otherwise God would have bent the bullet into a firefighter's head."
Yeah, Charlie Kirk versus one bullet.
No, don't do that.
God.
That's crazy.
I don't
That's
know
crazy.
about
that's
But,
so edgy, dude.
but yeah, I mean, you
It's
can
funny.
meme. You can no. It's no one's gonna find that funny. All right,
Why
you need to
can't
keep
we-
in mind your.
honestly,
You need to.
Why can't we just meme in 1
the
month?
problem,
Give it
the
1
problem
month.
with jokes.
Yes.
The problem with the jokes though is that like the influence of people matters. So like,
Yes.
obviously the George Floyd jokes are like so fucking widespread because it's some random black guy that died, right? Like people just seemingly don't care about that. The problem with Charlie Kirk though is not only is he an insanely influential figure, but he's also a political figure. So it's a double-edged sword. Like you just
Yeah,
like you don't get any political power by like it just makes you look bad. Unfortunately, like really bad.
Yes,
I don't think like most people that made fun of Trump's assassination. Didn't
Yeah,
look
you
very
should.
good
You
politically.
should only really meme.
My
ahead.
whole
Go ahead.
my whole point is we need to control the narrative. Memes control the narrative.
Yeah,
memes
but-
are
Not memes like
memes
not
are
memes like
narrative.
that though. Not memes like that.
Okay, it's pushing the line. Yes, I agree.
No, no, no,
What
no.
are-
It's not pushing the line.
It's
It's
over
like
the line.
5
have to
meters
control-
past the line.
Real. What's
Like it's not
Okay.
controlling.
All right, I maybe disagree, but you got to control the
I
narrative.
mean, Nightmare
Okay,
on Wall
Tron,
Street, that
Tron.
was pretty fucking crazy. And
Tron, do you think that like if
I
if
agree.
Chuck
It's coming to
Schumer-
bite him in the ass. I agree.
If Chuck Schumer posted a picture of like the little like weird George Floyd like Charlie Kirk merging, do you think that would go over like politically very well?
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Like, that was way-
No, but that's because
Yeah, but this is so crazy. This is
Chuck
what's so
Schumer's
crazy.
job is different.
I think what
Chuck
Gavin,
Schumer specifically has a different job.
Gavin
If
Newsom
Schumer
was way
posted-
more
I think
edgier
he
with like, the
posted-
church shooting thing. Like,
This
I,
is so,
posted something
this is so
about, like-
troubling though, because like I know
posted
if something
something about,
happened
like-
to someone on the left, I know if someone's having someone on the left that would have the edgiest memes the next day, like, and we're like arguing about whether or not we should do this. Like, it's so crazy. The standard
I think-
the left is held to is just ridiculous.
I
think
agree, and we
all
should-
of
we
the
should
major
be
political
memeing, but-
pundits should do memes.
I agree, but it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be about if Charlie Kirk was a
like,
pedophile, we would have known because of it, like that's
Yeah, like
That's crazy.
Make it like Epstein, like the Epstein. Like if Chuck Schumer posted about like Epstein,
Hey.
that'd be super.
What-
effective.
what
Like,
Grok said-
The butt.
what Grok said when he first
Well,
talked to
did
me
you-
was like, all right, where he was just like, yeah, there's no conversation that you should have with a Trump supporter where you don't call him like a fat R word before the conversation goes on, or like that you don't rail that in because he like you should actually just make fun of him because it's absurd. It is absurd, but that doesn't mean that you should be like being so edgy while you're making fun of it that you're actually going to drive like 1 billion people away.
but we don't need to drive people to us, or drive people away. All we need to do is motivate our base. We have more people. There are more Democrats in America than Republicans by a lot.
Well, we do need to grow a little bit because the Democrats did not show up for the. So like we need to get them to actually listen to us.
Democrat and go into
You're also
Republican.
assuming that moderate Democrats want to see people make fun of like dead people, which I don't really think.
Yes,
much
true.
supports that.
Yeah, that doesn't reinforce the base.
I
That
think
drives
that-
people away.
I think there's two types of voters:
Yeah, renewal
intelligent
deals.
voters who are already Democrats, and then people who love memes and just follow the narratives. And if we lose the narrative, we lose the country.
You can control the narrative without making
uh,
fun of shit like that.
I know. You know what's kind of funny? Wait, Renewal.
What?
I think around 30 minutes before Charlie Kirk got shot, I signed up for Bridging the Divide between Republicans and Democrats, a political event where you're supposed to like try to get along with each other.
Jesus, I'm sure
And
that's
then-
gonna go well.
I mean, I think the only people that on the left that
Wait,
support
can I like
this
meme about that shit though?
I don't know why you're asking me. Okay, these are all value judgments. Just
Okay,
don't.
no, I'm
Just
gonna
make
ask- I'm
sure
gonna ask
whatever you
Renewal, 'cause
say.
You said that. Well, you said the other meme was good. So is the
Think
George
about it.
Floyd
Okay,
Charlie Kirk
think about-
merging meme? Is that fine?
Think about it like this: would you go outside and say that?
Well,
Then
I
probably
wouldn't
not.
say
Then
that.
probably
Yeah,
not.
no, if you're hesitating, you're not going to.
Yeah.
I mean, Trump's rhetoric in 2016 was way worse. Like the whole like grab him by the pussy thing. Like, are we like? It doesn't seem like
Well,
what
be
everyone's
careful.
saying.
That
Yeah,
wasn't rhetoric. All right, that
Wait,
was
actually,
something that he
yes,
was recorded in
yes.
secret saying.
I'm just realizing.
Yes, that should be a huge scandal, right? Like, I mean, that was right. That
Yeah,
really
but-
like galvanized somehow, some way. I don't know how
Renewal,
many more people support him, but it did.
Yeah, but that's celebrity Trump though. It wouldn't be surprising if any
Renewal,
celebrity said that.
Cringy,
I
hold
did
on a
say
fucking
that.
second. All right, there's two people talking. Just hold on.
Bro, my internet,
Jesus
I can't
Christ.
hear any of you. You all sound silent to me. I can't hear any of you.
Okay, cringy.
Just mute up. Just listen for a little.
Dude, Tron, oh my god.
Hey.
Got Tron fucking walking through a tornado.
I don't know. Honestly, I feel like the memes. Will come. Like, we're still, what are we? 8 months, 9 months into the presidency. Like,
Yep.
So I don't know. Like,
I
we should be worried about memes. Like that'll happen. I just.
But
like,
what Gavin Newsom did with that church shooting, I think that was like way worse than if he would make any joke about like Charlie Kirk, like with the whole kids were praying thing.
What did he say?
He was like when Caroline Levitt was like, or like those kids died praying or something, or like.
Yeah, but I didn't see those. I thought that was just him stating the.
Or like he was like those kids went out knowing they went to God.
No. He
and
said
like they died praying or something.
He said they were literally praying as they got. But wasn't that literally what they were doing? Am I tripping?
It was make fun of God and the kids at the same time. That's what it was. Right?
I don't know, man. Wait,
I could have
hold on.
sworn. I feel like that was just a statement.
I can't believe like the fact that I thought that was like appalling. I was like, what the fuck? And then Caroline Levitt.
I thought that was. I thought he was just saying that they were praying.
Why would he say that? Like, what? I mean, let's use context clues here. That was obviously.
I have to see that. I have to see.
I mean, just go look it up right now. Go look it up right now.
I could have, because I thought the tweet was these kids were literally praying as they got shot, which I think was true. No, like I don't know why people were getting mad over that.
No, I think he was saying it in response to people saying pray for the kids or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, like these kids were praying while they got shot. Like that was the joke was like, oh, praying doesn't work. And then
It wasn't even a joke. Yeah, the White House said.
Can we not?
No, the White House said
the context clues?
The White House said pray, and he said these children were literally praying as they got shot at. Praying isn't enough.
Yeah, he's saying that doesn't.
Yeah, but
that's just a statement. That's not even a joke.
Yeah, I feel like that would make sense, especially if he's advocating for like stricter gun reform or something.
Yeah, it's like the purpose seems to be that like praying is enough. You have to actually construct laws.
Yeah, that's not edgy. That's barely edgy. I don't even know if I'd call that edgy.
That's pretty edgy. So
edgy.
The tweet was they were praying as they got shot.
Would you say that like
it's true?
It's edgy in the sense that Republicans will get like ass mad about it, but I don't think it's edgy in the sense of like it's a joke made to be made like haha they prayed and died or something.
Antoine, why'd you put this thing on my head? What is this?
I don't know. It made me put it there.
What happened? I didn't put anything on your head, bro.
Oh, sorry, Antoine. Sorry, Antoine.
Wait, so I mean, I understood that as like him like making fun of like God. That's what I mean. I guess I must have fucking missed it.
I don't think
but-
he was making fun of it. I think he was just trying to like push his.
Like that wasn't even a joke. That was just
stricter
he
gun
was just
laws,
calling for
but-
Well, I know,
yeah, gun
but like
reform.
the joke
But
was
I mean,
like
it was a
praying doesn't work.
tasteless. It was a tasteless statement.
Right?
Don't get me wrong. But
Well, I know it's not wrong. I'm not trying to talk if like it was like.
no. I understand.
All right, I'm gonna I'll be right back. They're doing like a press conference thing for Charlie, so I'm gonna go watch it.
Scary.
All right, I just like having conversations with people, being more open-minded, because it's just like I don't want to like, because if you, us to progress as a country together, you know, like we should be a country together and united.
Look, all I'm gonna say, it should not have happened to Charlie Kirk. It was
Agreed.
bad, but you should not shed a single tear for this man. He doesn't deserve
Exactly. I'm sorry. I saw some political. Like I'm new to this. Like I think his name's Dean. Like crying.
Oh,
I
Dean
could not-
Withers.
Yeah, I could not take that serious because it's just like.
To be fair, Dean was praying for his family. I get it. I feel bad for his family. But the man, this man defended the murder of Ukrainians. I cannot.
You know, he didn't cry over Melissa Hortman, who passed away in their own home. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, we don't talk about those people.
The Pelosi thing, so no, like bad human, like terrible human capital in every single way.
I recall when
I really appreciate your conversation with me.
I recall when why the fuck are you saying this on a TikTok live 15?
Dude, Ryan, you're cutting out so bad.
Oh, okay.
Renan, I said it's bad. It should not happen. He didn't deserve that. What do you mean? Like I can't say in public that he doesn't deserve empathy. Like bad people don't deserve empathy, even though they don't deserve that.
One more time.
They don't deserve it. Like just like Charlie Kirk was in public saying he doesn't care about Ukrainians. I don't care about him. Like it's not controversial. I'm not fucking American, by the way.
It doesn't change anything if you're American or not.
Yeah, no, you can still have an opinion, right? But I'm just saying, I'm not.
Look, wait, real quick. Charlie Kirk's opinion was they're not American. I don't care about them getting slaughtered by Russians.
Charlie Kirk was evil. I don't think this is the same thing. I don't think we should be meeting immoral people with the same immoral action. That's
I'm saying it's
stupid.
bad. Condemn it. Do not support it. Don't make jokes about it in public. Like it's bad. I'm saying it's bad. It's bad. Like
you're in public right now making these statements.
I'm saying it's bad. Just don't cry for him. Just say it's bad. It's yes, because it's bad, but he doesn't. You think he deserves sympathy?
Yes.
I think we just need to make actual change towards
I
that.
don't know
Like,
about sympathy.
Charlie
but
Kirk
I
literally
don't know.
stated that like pew pew deaths are like important towards the Second Amendment existing, which is like it just dismisses all humanity towards like the people who are actually like.
I agree. He was a
passing
piece.
from
I
this.
agree. He was a piece of shit. I don't think we should be celebrating his death. I don't think that's a good thing. I think we should feel empathy. I think that whenever we stop feeling empathy, we stop like being humans.
Yeah, I think we all agree. My apologies.
Just so my problem with that. My problem with that is if that was me or if that was any of us instead of Charlie, he would have just used that as a statistic or as a talking point.
You guys are doing the same thing though. That's bad. That's the same.
No, we don't have to cock ourselves.
You say we don't have to cuck ourselves?
Yeah, we look like fucking
I
dogs.
don't think it's cucking ourselves to see a dude's throat get exploded and be like, oh fuck, I feel bad for that guy.
Again, Renault, there's a difference between saying it's bad and crying for this guy.
Yes, I said I feel bad for this guy. Yes.
No, he would not have cried for me. He would not have cared about me.
It doesn't
so
matter.
Why should
It
I
doesn't
shed
matter.
a tear? Why does Charlie Kirk deserve that?
It's just
His
a level of
family
it's
is
just a
different
level of
from
human
him.
empathy.
I understand if that's your talking point. I understand that. If
No,
you
no,
said
I'm not
it
saying
was
because of his
bad-
family. I'm saying like it's whenever
just
we
what-
stop feeling empathy for seeing somebody die. All right, it's just destroying your humanity. I don't want to set the precedent that people like see somebody get exploded and be like, oh yeah, fuck that guy. You know, he would have shed a tear for me. I think that's insane.
I have a question. How empathetic was he towards those two?
He
Congress
wasn't.
people?
I already agree that
Yeah,
Charlie
he
Kirk is a
wasn't.
bad person. I agree. I agree.
Why should I show him
bad,
that
don't
same
go.
courtty?
Because you should. Listen,
You're
I
supposed
don't
to be
want to be all
better. If
fucking
you think
Jesus.
he's immoral for doing that, then
Yes,
like,
because,
why would you stoop down to the same level?
I mean, I hate to be like all Jesus Christy or whatever, but like we should love people. Okay, we should feel feelings about people, even if they wouldn't feel the same thing about us. Even if they're just people. In the same way that I feel sympathetic for whenever a fucking terrorist gets his limbs blown off in fucking in the Middle East. I think that's terrible. Even though even though I'm the infidel and they want to fucking slaughter me.
Okay, we might biologically not be the same. Like when I see like combat footage from Ukraine, I can no longer feel bad. I
I'm
used to
gonna be
feel bad
honest
for
with
the
you, as
Russians.
someone who was in that like combat, I get not combat, but like I was born and raised in Iraq, dude. I promise you, that person would have just used your lifeless body as a statement, point blank, period.
I
Nothing
understand that.
nothing
Yeah,
less.
I understand that.
I'm not saying, haha, look, he just died. I'm sorry, K worded in front of his family, this and this and that. I'm just saying you are showing more sympathy than you should be given.
What? There's a difference between I'm showing more empathy than they would be giving me, and I'm showing more empathy than is necessary. I reject that it's more
I'm just
empathy than
holding that
necessary.
point
It's not just about matching his energy. It's
policies
about
at the end of the
this
day.
guy doesn't give empathy to others, so he doesn't deserve it. It's about deserving it.
I just don't agree. I don't think that people should see a guy's fucking throat get exploded and not feel empathy. I think that's a really, really bad sign for your psyche.
We acknowledge that it's bad. We're saying it's bad.
I'm not saying otherwise. I know you acknowledge that it's bad.
Okay. I feel like there's some misunderstanding.
I don't think there is. I've talked to Poutine about this plenty. I understand where he's coming from. I think it's I think it's crazy.
Grignol, I think you're just too pure. Like you're too much of a good guy. You're too nice. I don't know how else to say.
I don't know if it's too nice to I don't know if it's being too nice to see a guy's throat get exploded and be like, oh yeah, you know, I feel bad for that guy.
No,
I don't know if that's too nice.
It goes back to wait. It goes back to the Ukraine example. Like I cannot feel bad after seeing what they did to Kirk on Izium, Bucha. Like I can't.
I think it's insane to not feel bad for people in that situation.
Grignol, I used to be almost pro-Russian. I was like, yeah, it's bad. Like we should not celebrate Russians getting unalive. Like it's because of their government. I've seen what they've done. I just can't. Like it's not fine. Like it's also, not like I'm mentally ill. It's not that I'm a fucking psychopath. It's that it feels like when you know how somebody is internally, like their motives are evil, they are in the inside, like I just can't.
Keep in mind though, I'm not saying that you can't feel a particular way. I'm not here to police your feelings. I'm just saying these are inside thoughts, okay? You don't need to come out in public and say this shit. That's crazy.
So when Destiny is saying, yeah, you should not cover yourselves, like you disagree with that statement, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this
is so wrong. I mean, never mind.
Wait, my apologies for cutting you off.
No, that's all good. Go ahead.
I think we should just more focus on like policy changes and stuff because like I have a lot of empathy towards like Charlie Kirk and stuff, but like his ideology of just like, you know, these type of actions happening are important and crucial towards the Second Amendment. It's just like it just defeats the whole like human part of just like the people who are passing from these situations, like
I agree.
School pews and all that. It's just like
I agree, and I generally think that like a lot of the things that like the Republican Party of today and MAGA in general push are evil. I think it's crazy. I just don't I don't think we should be feeling good whenever we see people die.
No, nobody's feeling good. I'm just apathetic towards it. I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't think we should do that either. I don't think we should be apathetic towards watching somebody's like throat explode. I think you need to go outside and like hug your mom.
I think it's disgusting. I think it's disgusting. Obviously, like it looks bad.
I think more people are just like that though because it's social media. You know what I'm saying? Everything's recorded nowadays.
Yeah, I agree. You have to like go out and like plant a tomato, like plant a tomato plant, and go hug your mom and lay in the grass for a little bit. That's
no. I'm just saying like more of just like, you know, all these like political stuff happens on like everything's recorded. You know what I'm saying? Everything Charlie Kirk says is like is out there. So it's just like hearing all his like takes and stuff. It just
yeah, they're crazy.
It's just ironic for him to pass talking about gun violence,
sure,
him bring up statistics
it is ironic. I agree.
Gang violence. That's what I'm just saying. I'm not saying like I'm not one of the people like reading like going in people's comments and putting like, oh, he should have got a reboot card. Like that's
Sure,
crazy.
but
I've seen those things.
It's a different
Like,
thing.
that's crazy.
The problem that I'm having is that like you really truly just don't need to say everything that comes to your mind.
I agree.
On social media, whenever you watch a video of a guy dying and you say, "Yeah, I didn't really feel much when I saw that," just don't say that. Like, what are you achieving when you say that?
We're not saying that the shooting itself was not like I felt something when I saw the shooting. I still see the shooting and I feel so uncomfortable. Like it's not a good thing to see. But I'm just saying I cannot feel bad about the man. I feel like shit watching the video.
Yeah, I know. I don't. Those are inside thoughts. You don't need to put that on social media.
No, it feels like we're just cutting ourselves to the public. We should be on the offensive. Like Charlie Kirk did not care about these people, so he does not deserve. It should be a public message. He did not deserve that. Like,
listen, no amount of messaging is ever going to sell that to any American voter. No amount of messaging is ever going to sell that to an American voter. You're going to come off as a completely unhinged, psychotic motherfucker.
I know what you're trying to say.
It's never ever going to do anything.
Have always been doing, you know, like what did Michelle Obama say? Like they go
low, we go high. Yep.
It's just like
it doesn't work.
But keep in mind, Obama won that election, right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, but like there's just no.
Obama won 2 terms. He's still incredibly well remembered.
Fucking blew the Republicans out, bro.
He's still incredibly well remembered too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have Trump normalizing this behavior. When I was a kid growing up, I saw Trump making fun of a reporter for being, you know, on the like it's crazy.
Wait. Trump normalizing what behavior? And can you specify, please?
Making fun of people, arguing people. When
the
John
left
McCain were debating,
I hope
it
you
was
understand.
always
Sorry,
civilized.
I don't mean to cut you off. I hope you understand. The left was doing that to the right for a very long time. So if you want us to just sit there and take it for forever, then fine.
When they just started
give us an example. Give us an example here.
Can I speak?
Give us an example.
You cut off the other guy too, by the way. So it's fair game.
Let's just name an example.
An example of?
Like campaign, someone in the debates and stuff insulting someone. Like you had literally
just making fun of.
Are you kidding me? Did you watch the Trump versus Hillary election?
I'm not
All they did was roast each other.
Yeah, okay. Name one.
Yeah, after Trump started it, by the way. That's a terrible fucking example. We're saying Trump is unique here.
Well, Trump doesn't. Here's the thing. When you have somebody who doesn't.
Wait, guys, he's making a much stronger claim. His claim is significantly stronger than you think. Name one time where the left was okay and joking about political violence before this incident.
They were never joking. They were so serious about it. They decided to take on Charlie Kirk.
The right was totally okay with it. You're proving our
point. But we had the right saying the Red Scare and stuff during like the whole like, come on, man. It's just like this stuff gets normalized through Trump. Like you just can't deny that.
No, it doesn't. I hope you understand. More political opponents. Can I speak?
You can only name from Trump. My apologies.
And this is the problem. I can't have a conversation because y'all niggas cut me off.
You cut off the guy as soon as you came in. Stop hand wringing over being interrupted.
No. I let him finish his point, and then to my rebuttal, I was cut off. So
go ahead.
Can I?
Go ahead.
What was the conversation? Because I forgot. I was being cut off so many times.
Give an example during the 2000s before Trump came in that Democrats was insulting the opposition. Go.
Well, have you seen like JFK, MGK? Have you ever
MGK?
Machine Gun Kelly?
Okay, or whatever the fuck is in this. Sorry, it doesn't matter. Like the point is. Why are we killing people over political beliefs? Like the dude wasn't even.
We shouldn't be. The problem is that Donald Trump continues to ratchet all of this up. Like, can you? All right, just out of curiosity, can you name me
and give me one example?
I will. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Let me answer. What happened to not interrupting? So, okay, this is a quote from Donald Trump. I need you to name anything comparable from the Democrats. Okay. You will be living in a full banana republic ruled by anarchy and tyranny. You're going to have something, and it's not her. It's the people around her. Okay. No. Shut the fuck up. No interruptions. No interruptions. Shut the fuck up. No interruptions. No interruptions. I didn't finish. I didn't even finish the quote.
Well, you don't need to finish the quote. What you said is
there's a reason that you don't want me to finish the quote is because it's fucking disgusting and you can't name anything comparable.
Listen,
you're actually disgusting. By the way,
you cannot talk about Trump and democracy when Obama deported 3 million people Trump deported 150,000. Y'all are complaining.
Nobody.
Okay, I need you to take the screwdriver out of your ear. I need you to take the screwdriver out of your ear. Stop like the fucking DIY fucking lobotomy. All right, I just need you to let me finish this quote, okay? Okay, you will be living in a full-blown banana republic ruled by anarchy and tyranny. You're going to have something, and it's not her, it's the people that's around her. They're scum, and they want to take down the country. They are absolute garbage. Can you name anything that's comparable?
This is why you lost.
Can you name anything that's comparable? 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 Can you name anything that's comparable?
Pierre, you lost the last election, dumbass. I won. Shut the fuck up, Jesus Christ.
Did he run?
Yep.
Canadian wait, by the way, just pointing that out. A Canadian conservative come here to tell everyone, y'all, yeah, that's why you lost. Oh my god, I almost said that.
It was just the irony of just like he couldn't name a single example when we asked him a question, but then asked you for mad sources and stuff. It's just like the double standards are crazy.
Yeah. And I provided, by the way. There is no comparable
that's what
thing.
I'm saying. Yo, you cooked up. I'm not gonna lie. I appreciate you. I had to mute because I'm like, I'm gonna prove his point. I'm gonna mute, let him talk, and it's just like he's not gonna say anything actually that has like substance to it.
Okay.
Gerald, what's up?
It's Gerard, bro.
Yeah, it's okay. Hey, everyone. Sorry.
How's it going, buddy?
So let me just start off, and then we can still continue this discussion. I want to state that I am very saddened by what happened yesterday. I want to say that I am a Democrat, and that sometimes I don't agree with Charlie Kirk's views, but does he deserve to be unalived? No. The answer is no. True. And it's sad what happened yesterday. And overall, we should be condemning this type of tragedy, whether it's on the left or right. No one should be taken out for utilizing your free speech, especially when there's dozens of people wanting to engage with Charlie Kirk willingly, and then this tragedy happens, especially since his wife and kids were in attendance and having to witness and hear that. That's very sad, So I just wanted to state it off to let y'all know my stance, and we can still continue this discussion. So, yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate you. Yeah, I feel like we all just like agree on the same thing. If anybody disagrees, they can say something, honestly, because it's just like, as like a human, it's just like seeing someone pass away like that. It's like really disheartening. I just hope that through this we can go through some type of policy change. But it's like so much. This is like an American like uniquely problem too. Like I was talking to other people about this. Like other countries have like stricter law like for at least like going through background checks for this, and it's just like the fact that Utah's an open carry state and you can just do stuff like this. It's just like, how can a security guard prevent someone getting pew-pewed from 200 yard feet? I don't really know the term.
Yeah, also I just want to point out, like, it destroys so many arguments from conservative. Like, so far, the Second Amendment did not stop, like, bad guys with a good guy with a gun, and it didn't stop a tyrannical government. Like, it feels like Trump has managed to prove the gun people, like, so wrong. Like,
I was talking to someone about this, too. Like, when the Constitution was formed and stuff, we were going through like the British and stuff. Like most technology wasn't as advanced as it was back then. So
the Second Amendment covered, it was about the National Guards and literal battleships. So wrong.
But you know what I'm saying? National Guard nowadays are like getting put against their own like people. Like they're talking about sending to Texas to Chicago. Like that's crazy.
Is it even constitutional, by the way?
Oh, it's definitely not constitutional.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that goes against the
constitutional.
You need a governor to
Sending
approve
the
it
National Guard
beforehand.
from Texas
It's not
to
even
Chicago.
going through that procedure.
Probably not. No.
No, it's not.
I think the National Guard generals should be like arrested for treason against their states, or at the very least lose their jobs.
True.
Imagine the law says through the governor you take your orders, and then Trump sends you a letter and it says on the top, through the governor I'm issuing you orders. Like it was in the letterhead. Like that's not how chain of command works. Chain of command is like everything in the military. Just to jump the chain of command is insane.
Yeah, but
in fact, I would argue a 4-star general should never order around it like a brand new ensign. You know what I mean? Like that just doesn't happen in the military. the 4-star general goes to his boss. You know,
and his boss.
The chain of command is important.
It is, and
Sorry, go on.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, the only thing. Sorry, I'll just say this quick. The only thing I want to know, I hope this investigation, leads to developments, is like, because we know Charlie Kirk has his own private security team, and they can only do so much. I'm pretty sure they had no idea that someone was going to go on a rooftop. But I would want to know also about the university police, and if they were coordinating at
Also,
that
sorry
too.
I'm late.
And if they
Fuzzy,
didn't, I would
my
want to
soundboard's
know
down.
if they're going to be held accountable
So give me 1 second.
and making sure that they amp up, security detail and make sure that if there's going to be a
Thanks for the
popular,
dollar.
some
Yellow diamonds look like PP.
influencer
Yellow
on
diamonds.
campus,
got
that they
1.5.
can make sure that everything's secure. Because if that's not the case, and there's an investigation that shows failures within the university police department at that university, I mean, they should be held accountable, and there should be new reform, so that way, not only if it's a popular celebrity, but making sure that students are secure at that point. Because I want to point out that's the failure of the campus at that point. So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, what
about
else do they
Utah-
do? It's a super conservative university. It's extremely red right down there, and they have concealed carry. It didn't make sense that somebody will shoot Charlie Kirk at that place. I
The
can
state
find
has
the
concealed carry. That university had open carry.
Yeah, at Utah Western they have open carry and concealed carry.
Wait, didn't Anna say that they didn't have open carry but concealed carry? Yeah.
No, it's
No,
open
she
carry.
said
As long
both.
as you have a permit, you're
Both,
good.
okay. You guys are so fucking weird with guns, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But you can. It's a simple
I have
Google
three,
search.
bro.
You can
You
look it
got
up.
to.
It's literally you just need a permit to open carry, and then you're fine.
So once you get your license to conceal carry, you can take another exam for a open carry, and it's not that long. I can promise you that much. Just my state doesn't allow it, but other states have read into it. I'm pretty sure, you can correct me if I'm wrong, it's I think a 2 to 3 month training, and then you're good after.
Okay, but is open carry you can carry a rifle, or is it only?
No. You can open carry.
Okay, so I can go in college at that
Yeah, you can
campus
look it
with a
up.
gun in my hand,
The
a big
procedures. I
fucking
can do it
rifle.
right now. Hold on.
What the? Oh my god.
Literally, the guy that shot Charlie Kirk could have just walked into the building.
The
with his
only
gun
thing
out.
is just it just has restrictions, right? If you're gonna open carry, there's my state doesn't have this, but I do understand a lot of states, especially California and some southern states that have open carry. It has one in the chamber has to be popped. You can't have more than 11. Can I say bullets or no?
Yeah,
I don't care.
You can't have more than 11 bullets. One in the chamber has to be popped. It has to be on safety. You can't have an automatic, and I know that you can't have that stock for your shoulder. You can't have that if a rifle has more than, I think it's 20 or 21 bullets. There's a lot of restrictions. What a lot of people don't realize is the real problem isn't the ARs, is the sidearms and sniper rifles and shotguns, because you can get a shotgun at 16, you can get a concealed carry firearm at 21. You could get a hunting rifle, I'm pretty sure, at 18. I don't know, maybe some states are a little different. But when you're at 18, you can get a hunting rifle. But I think it can't be bigger than a .32, I think. But so there is restrictions, but there's not enough restrictions, especially in those states that do allow open carry. So that's a little rundown.
Okay, what do you? But little question, what do you mean, one in the chamber, popped open? What does that mean?
So, you can't have your gun cocked.
I don't have guns. I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, so you know how a Glock looks,
Yeah.
and then before you start firing it, you have to chamber it. You have to cock it back.
Okay, so okay, I
You
get
can't
it.
have one that, but because then you could get charged with intent of
Okay,
murder.
so basically you cannot have one in the chamber. That's
No.
what you're saying. Okay.
Well, okay. Do you know what the hammer is on a gun?
Yes,
So
I know. Yeah.
bullets have. So to cock a gun is to pull the hammer back and get it ready to shoot.
Okay, yeah, I get it.
It just matters what you're using because I know Glocks. Well, my state after 2018, you can't have Glocks anymore because what the thing with Glocks is they don't have safety measures. So if you pull it, that's it. It goes off. So I know that's banned. I know that. What was it? Was it the? I forgot. It was like a Blackhawk 72. Yeah, Blackhawk 72. Those were banned, and the 5.7 were banned just because of top killer bullets.
I just thought of the unhinged thing Trump is going to do. Trump is going to assign Secret Service to only right-wing conservative political people.
He's already kind of doing that. I mean, he revoked the Kamala Harris's, didn't he?
Yeah, but I'm saying Ben Shapiro, all of the major ones, all of the big right-wing political pundits, they're all going to get Secret Service, and they're all going to be going to colleges, and then left-wing people are going to be scared to go because of fear of political violence, and Trump will do nothing.
Maybe. Oh, I had this one guy on Scratches Live. It was fucking crazy. I don't remember who asked, but they were like, "Oh yeah, they half-mast the flag for Charlie Kirk. Why didn't they do this for the Minnesotan people?" And he was like, "Yeah, well, it's probably because Trump prefers people who agree with him in general." It's like, holy fuck, that's crazy.
Wait, was the flag half risen for the Democrat?
No, I don't think so.
I think
I think Trump was asked by an interviewer, or a journalist, what do you have to say about it? And he said, it will be useless to make a statement, something so fucking wild.
Dude, that's. He would say something like that, and then Ryan, I understand where you're gonna come from, where it's like, don't stoop lower, you should be higher, because then people are gonna be like, wow, look at this, morally correct. I understand that, but when the leader of, and I'm not gonna say he represents all Republicans, the majority, says something as hinged as that, and like a lot of other unhinged things.
Yeah.
And you expect the Democratic Party to just ignore it almost.
No,
I don't know how that's going to.
I don't expect them to ignore it. I just don't expect them to be celebrating people dying. That's literally it. I think you can be inflammatory if you want. I think you call Donald Trump a fat dumb fuck or whatever, whatever you want. That's fine. I don't care. If you want to call him out for being a fascist, I think you should do that because he probably is.
Yeah.
It's just a matter of we shouldn't be reveling or losing empathy for people at the same time. I think that's.
I don't know about reveling, but having and I know this is gonna go back to the you shouldn't, but having empathy for someone who wouldn't even gloss over me and would probably spit on my burning body to take the fire out. I can't. Maybe I'm just morally just damned forever, but I can't see that.
No, I mean it's also it's hard to fault people for not feeling empathy because we're in a super divisive political landscape right now, and it's you're kind of encouraged to dehumanize your opponents. I just think it's something that you should fight your natural urge to do because dehumanizing is how we got here.
So I understand the dehumanizing part, right? I try to not throw ad homs at people when having a conversation.
No, you can throw ad homs at people all you want. I just think you should feel empathy whenever a really bad thing happens to them.
Wait, Renyol, I feel like you're just giving them a taste of their own medicine. This is how you talked about Ukrainians. This is how you talked about the Venezuelans in Seacout. I don't care. You didn't care. I feel like it's such a good messaging, a strong argument. You don't look like a fucking sociopath.
Wait, what?
You say it's bad messaging to say, I don't care about Charlie Kirk, but you're just giving them the same message that they had about Ukrainians.
Yeah, but that message is not popular. That message is not popular.
Unless it's done in a meme.
It's not even popular.
Wait, no. I have been this is almost because before I really didn't see as much, but on Instagram, on even in real life talks, because even in my college, I'll either overhear or have like conversations with people, or when I had my humanity class, a lot of people were like almost downplaying the Ukrainian war, and like this started happening after a lot of these like right wing influencers were like, why are we sending money? Why are we aiding them? You know, it's almost like
I agree. A lot of people are really fucking crazy right now. I agree, and the right probably wouldn't care if it was Gavin Newsom. Like I already agree with all of this, but that doesn't. It's. I don't think that we should lose sight of the fact that these are people. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, but Rignon, I just want to say, like, who will see Democrats saying, yeah, just like Republicans, they don't care, I don't care. Like, who will be moved towards the right?
That's
because
true.
If they actually listen to the message, they'll see, like,
if you say, if Charlie Kirk just got shot and you say, I don't really care all that much, then that is absolutely going to move people, even if not towards the right, away from the left. It's
no. If the message is it's bad, but I will feel as much as empathy as you have for the Ukrainians or the Venezuelans in Seattle. Like in the same sentence, you see that it was bad, and that the Republicans are worse. Like if somebody sees.
I've never said that you shouldn't say the Republicans are worse. I think you should absolutely say that the Republicans don't give a fuck, but that doesn't mean that you should say I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I feel like most Democrats would not care
They
if.
don't care. Republicans are hypocrites. They only care when it's one of them.
I agree.
They only care.
No, that's the thing. We agree with that. It's just that, as I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of the things they're doing right now can be considered a fascist movement almost, and we all know that if they're fascists, they're not gonna care if they're a hypocrite or not. That's
the core
No,
MAGA people
but
won't. I'm not expecting somebody who is tweeting out like fucking Nightmare on Wall Street to change their opinion whenever they see me being empathetic. I don't. It's one.
Yeah.
I think that it's like standards of engagement. All right, we shouldn't just be like viewing our political enemies, even if they are really really fucking crazy, as like non-humans or like as not worthy of empathy. I think that's insane. First of all, and then the second thing is that I've never said that Republicans have all of this empathy that I'm missing or that I have. Like I genuinely think that Republicans don't have the same empathy that I have, that they would be laughing and making jokes if Gavin Newsom got shot. But that doesn't mean that I should be doing it too. It's going to, like, I think it's a way stronger message to say like, yeah, hey, it was really bad that Charlie Kirk got shot. I think we should absolutely feel bad about this. Like all the sympathies to his kids, but Republicans don't really care about this either.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I agree with what you're saying.
I have a question. Imagine a meme where I have a photo of the two Trump shooters who are white Republicans. Then I have a picture of the Democrat shooter who is a white Republican. And then I have one of the latest pictures of the Charlie Kirk shooter is some white guy. And then I put, what could it be in that empty box? Like, would that be like that's what I consider like memes?
Probably not, because you're not making fun of Charlie Kirk.
Messaging, Tron. I think that's beautiful messaging.
Yeah, because you're not making fun of Charlie Kirk, or you're not like that's not like could never be like construed as an endorsement of what happened to Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I guess my overall point is that we should show empathy and then control the narrative.
I agree.
Like
that's literally
for instance,
all I've been saying.
There was that crazy black homeless guy who killed a random lady in the subway, and Republicans ran with that. We should find some illegal migrant who is in sex. Sorry, I should not be saying those words. Was kidnapped and forced to do things she would not know what to do, but she was terrified of ICE, so she stayed in captivity for an extra 3 years.
Yeah, I agree.
Right. Those are the stories we should be pushing up and controlling the narrative of the media space.
Or, I mean, like, to Putin's point, you should actually be pointing out the crazy death tolls for Ukrainians right now. Like, that is absolutely something that you should be doing. Or, like, keep hitting at the fact that that they're not in Sikara anymore, but the fact that we were torturing illegal immigrants that we removed illegally for, like, not even illegal immigrants. We detained people that we deported with no due process in a torture prison for months. Like, I think you should be hitting on these things. And I do hit on these things.
But these are the same people who literally made merch and laughed about and joked about alligator Alligator Alcatraz. Oh my god, I'm having
Alligator
the same-
Alcatraz was like super unpopular. I'm pretty sure that was viewed as a step too far for a lot of voters. I mean, keep in mind right now, Donald Trump is not operating with high approval ratings or high popularity right now. He's operating with super low approval ratings right now. So anything that you point to what the Republicans doing it right now, I'm just going to tell you it's not effective and we shouldn't be doing it because people fucking hate it. Voters don't like when this shit happens.
No, but that's my point.
The one thing
they don't like him. I feel like the average white man wants Trump like crucified. They hate them. We need a strong message, not to.
I agree, but the message shouldn't be that I feel no empathy for this guy who just got his throat obliterated.
Okay,
that shouldn't be the message.
Then what is your strong messaging? Like, I'm not talking about a good message. I'm talking about a message that is strong.
I thought that's what me and Trod were talking about this whole time, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But
yeah,
why
I don't feel. I feel like you lose your
empathy
strength when you say I feel bad.
Why should you feel empathy for Charlie Kirk when he literally doesn't believe in empathy himself?
Because Charlie Kirk is a fucking idiot, and I'm a better person than Charlie Kirk. That's why.
You shouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
really
like,
follow.
pick up Kirk's
You guys
ideology.
see, you guys see what Governor Cox just talked about?
No.
He just went live for like a press conference with Kash Patel.
I did see that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they just did.
Yeah, they got like the fingerprint stuff, and they released a bunch of footage of him.
Yeah, they have like
Super Groiper coded, by the way. Super Groiper coded.
Yeah, some, but then they Governor Cox came out and was like, we've seen a lot of like Russian and Chinese bots trying to.
Oh yeah, shit, that it was crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's fucking insane.
No one tell Scratch.
What?
What's that? Flip.
It was Governor Cox. He just said that there's a lot of Russian and Chinese bots that they're seeing all over social media that's spreading misinformation to get people to fight with each other.
Yeah. Also, have you seen what Russia Today they posted on their Twitter, like the meme? It's like
Hex. I said Hex. I said boot the woman. Let me up. What the fuck,
bro? Who the fuck is this Chaz guy in the middle of the thing? I can't kick him.
I don't know, bro. I can't kick him either.
He's here forever.
Yeah.
I can't. I don't.
That
have
is
mods.
crazy. That's weird. That is weird.
Well, I think it's also kind of weird that like they don't. I don't know. Just watching that, so I watched it with my mother, fucking far right Republican, and she even looked at me and she's like, Anna, this is so crazy. They don't have any information. Like they're giving us nothing. Like absolutely nothing.
Well, I mean, they showed us like pictures of the dude, right? That's not nothing.
They showed us. Okay, so they already had showed us.
Is that
pictures.
confirmed? Or?
They had showed us. They had showed us pictures previously. They showed us pictures earlier in the morning, and all they showed was two new videos, and it was one of him walking, and it was one of him
climbing off the building and showing that he left forensic evidence on the side of the building.
Yeah, but they had already talked about how they had forensic evidence previously in the morning. They just showed that, so it's almost like they just combined the other stuff that they had, and just kind of showed that, but nothing.
That sounds like they barely have anything, and they're just kind of.
And Kash Patel didn't talk either.
I don't know, man.
He doesn't have to talk.
Maybe it's maybe. Yeah, I know. I
Don't
did
worry,
notice
they
that.
almost certainly have like that. What? They almost certainly have FBI working with them now. So.
Oh, they do. I mean, it was a joint press
did.
conference with Kash Patel. But I mean, like you can see, I was watching the AP one. You can see them pan to Kash Patel and then just like keep panning because he walked away.
yeah. They like panned to him. And just kept walking.
Wait, Kash Patel was they had press conference.
Yeah, they had a press conference like a half hour ago.
Like a half hour ago.
You
No,
guys
yeah,
think
I
the
just thought it
FBI
was
should
crazy.
get involved in high-profile cases like this, or do you think it should be left up to the state?
Yeah.
I
mean,
think
well, I'm pretty sure the
Well,
state
yeah,
appealed
obviously,
up to the
because
federal
because
government. So.
Well, I mean, to be real, I
obviously,
mean, the
because
the FBI was immediately involved when this happened. Like the FBI in Salt Lake City was driving down to Orem immediately after it happened. So,
Oh, really?
it was actually kind of sad. So they brought up the crime statistics in Orem, Utah, which is like fucking nothing, like literally fucking nothing. And they brought up like the last murder that we've seen, right, which was like quite a while ago. And it was yesterday. It was the like police, the police chief, and then also the UVU like security, and they just looked fucking stunned, like talking. And I actually felt really bad because a lot of people were like kind of questioning the UVU security team, and he was like, I talked to Charlie Kirk's team, like, this is how many officers they wanted, this is how many, like, we gave what they asked, we don't know what else we could have done. And yeah, it's kind of sad for them because I think they're getting a lot of hate as well.
Security or not, I honestly think that was going to happen.
Well, you know,
I mean, okay, this is actually crazy. My mom also gave a pretty good fucking point as well, is that if this is someone who had planned it...
your mother?
Yes, my mother, my far-right Republican mother. We were watching the press conference together. She was like, if this is planned, right, and this person planned is not from the state or not from, UVU at all, it's a pretty brilliant idea to do it on a UVU campus where the only surveillance that you're going to get is Ring doorbell cameras, right?
If this
Super
was like
low quality.
an out of US actor, if this truly was like a Russian dude, like, do you think we go to war?
I don't think so. No, this isn't like
no, probably not.
I mean, we're already on the brink of some
this
crazy
wouldn't
shit.
be like some arch dude.